What up, YouTube? This is Steven Talbert. This is Tabby Reacts, and today I'm going to react to the Pokemon Go phenomenon overall, and kind of what it means for like the mobile space going forward for Nintendo, because I think it has really interesting effects overall for the mobile space. So kind of moving forward, like Pokemon Go is pretty much a thing. It's an internet thing already by now, and so like if you look on Facebook, you look on Twitter, there's just so many different reports. Like you see Facebook, like you see this guy trying to catch a Pokemon as this kid's getting born. You see all these different type of things, and so really right now, Pokemon Go has really caught the imagination overall. I think it has like really fulfilled like a lot of people's dreams of trying to catch Pokemon as they go. They always everybody wanted to be a Pokemon master. They finally get a chance to do it. And it's been awesome. I've had a really awesome time just being able to kind of play around with the app. I like it. I've been playing for a couple of days, and like for me, like kind of a story that I really thought was really interesting is like as I kind of the first day that I had it downloaded, I was kind of playing around, walking around with it just for fun. And like even a guy kind of noticed that I was using it and was like came up to me like, "What's your name? What's your username?" and all that. And so like we started going back and forth, and like that's one of the few times like I've ever had that happen to me. And that's where I kind of really started really clicking to me like this is going to be a real big thing. If you look around like this past weekend or past couple of days, like you see people just walking kind of down the streets looking for Pokemon. There's like Facebook posts about how much they've like walked just to see like just to get Pokemon, and the people doing the gyms, all sorts of things. And I think it's been an awesome effect. I really like kind of what they do. I like the random landmarkers are always very interesting, which is interesting because something that and something that you just have no idea about. And I love how they use that, and I give them real big props for doing that. And I like kind of the amount of Pokemon that I've seen, although I haven't seen too many rare Pokemon. Like I haven't seen like like many Charmanders or even rare basic type Pokemon. But it's been fun. It's been cool. I think the biggest change that I would have hoped for is just more diversity and more, a lot more Pokemon. I'd be interested to see in terms of like, are they going to roll out the different generations, or this is going to be on one generation? I haven't really heard about kind of what they're doing with in terms of those plans, but it's been really interesting to see it. I think what really caught my attention and really made me wonder about this, this phenomenon Pokemon Go, is just seeing that all my friends, like my friends that, people who normally don't play Pokemon, like the real active type people, have really picked up this app. And it's just really interesting to see like people who are not normally gamers doing this. And so it's kind of like you have gamers and non-gamers kind of uniting. And I think what's cool about that is because I think it provides a amount of people who don't normally play games into a space, which is real interesting. I think that's one thing Nintendo's always has tried to done is try to attract people who don't normally play games into that space, because they believe there's like a market in terms of that. And I think what's interesting, and I think they perfectly did that. And I think what's interesting is I think you definitely could tell that this has been really successful. Like if you look, there was like a report a couple of days ago that Nintendo stock kind of went up like 10%, even though they're not kind of particularly related to this. Like they have stock in both Game Freak and also the I think believe the cell phone company that is producing this. And so, but it's interesting. Like Nintendo stock went up 10%. And I think it brings in interesting questions. Like another interesting thing I saw was a writer by the name of Jason Schreier. He basically mentioned like Nintendo really he was talking about on Twitter. Like Nintendo has had kind of like a miserable year in terms of selling. Like Wii U has been an utter failure, but you got to give it up to like Zelda in recent memory, and also like Pokemon Go has really caught the attention back of the people like into Nintendo's hands. And that's really interesting to think about. Like this one cell phone game really helped do that, like help make Nintendo's year in a lot of sense. And so what's interesting to me is like Nintendo is about to start thinking about getting into like the mobile space. Like they're producing supposedly like an Animal Crossing, and they're producing a Fire Emblem. And it'll be interesting to see if the success of Pokemon Go quickens like the speed of a lot of other Nintendo type games. Like, would that increase the possibility of seeing like a Mario or a Zelda type game into the market space, which is real interesting. And also, it also begs the question, will, you know, these other games, will these other games kind of get the attention of the people, or will they not? And if they do, kind of what does it do for Nintendo overall? Does it, how successful is it? Like, is this like what Pokemon Go is doing right now? Is that kind of an indicator of like what the success is going to be like in kind of in the future? Which is real interesting thing to think about. Like, there's a possibility that it could, just because of like, it would just wouldn't be surprising. Like if like you put it like a Mario type game, that it would do bonkers on a phone, and so it's just real interesting to watch. I just really wanted to comment and kind of give you my take on Pokemon Go. I think it's been fun. I hopefully they add more games. I'm real interested to see kind of the longevity of this, kind of this phenomenon in a lot of sense. Like you will really see people playing Pokemon Go for weeks on end, or is this going to be kind of like a weekend or a couple more days type thing? It will be interesting to see how quick and how, if it dies or not. Especially in terms of the respects of like the Miitoma. So Nintendo released another app called Miitoma a couple of months ago, and it's interesting to see like that there's not a whole lot of people talking about it, and so it'll be interesting to see kind of how does this do against like Miitoma? Will this be more successful, or will it die and be like kind of Miitoma in a lot of sense? So thank you for watching my video. I hope you like this video. Like my video down below. Subscribe to my channel if you like what you've seen. And I hope to do a lot more of these, and hope you have a great day and great week. And thank you. All right. Bye.